Welcome to my channel. This is TrinityGaiaOracle. I will be doing this basic introduction at the beginning of each part of this installment, as it's been brought to attention that I need to release this in installments. I'm not sure exactly how many at this time, but I will label them, and to fully see the entire picture of the reading, to have all the information and really value like specific pieces of it, as knowing that it's a synchronicity for you, yet also understanding all of it. It's a full picture. It's a full painting. It's both the micro and the macro. And I want to express gratitude. Thank you very much for being here, for taking the time out of your lives, away from your responsibilities, your family, your job, your projects, wherever you are. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. With that, I will let the current installment proceed. Thank you. If you can debate a topic as passionately as you possibly can, with as much facts, and never resort to violence, that is an advanced society. That is a society that I was raised to believe I belonged to. That is a society that we haven't lost yet. When you have to resort to taking somebody out in order to silence them because you don't like their mind and their thoughts, and that they play devil's advocate for so many people. You know how scary it is to publicly disagree with people nowadays? I'm sure a fair amount of you know that you keep your opinions to yourself, because one person says, oh, you can't say that word, and now your rights are restricted. And I'm not talking like your rights as a citizen. I'm talking like your rights to, oh, I paid for this membership and now I don't get to participate because I said one word it's not even a big deal. Like it's not like I called somebody a name, or I used a slang, or, it's not even that. It affects our society on every level. The people that play devil's advocate, and yeah, I'm doing it right now. That, to me, that is the faith that I have in love. That is the faith that I have in love, that we all are doing the best we can. That we all want to experience freedom in our life. That we all are chasing, and yes, this I found in the box. Totally surprised me it was in there. I practically cried. My dad loved this thing. And he's like, I understand this guy. I completely understand this guy. This was a McDonald's toy. We sent it to him in a care package because he was like, I identify with this. That's what life is. It's always chasing your dream. It's always working towards that next goal. It's always striving for more, for better. And with him being the father that he was, it was always striving to provide for those that look to him, for be as present as he could, to answer their questions as clearly as he could, as well thought out as he could, yet also be like, you need to lighten up and laugh a little bit. Let's put something on the TV and just chill for a bit. He was balanced. And to kind of give you an idea, there's never been a man that I've known that has ever been more of a man's man, that has ever been more present in his masculinity. He would wear pink. Like back then, it was a little more of a thing. Like people would make fun of you about your clothes because clothes were the thing, not cell phones. We didn't even have flip phones yet. Clothes were a deal. But one of the first memories I have was when he was with his ex-wife and they were throwing a Halloween party. And my mom was friends with his ex-wife. And like, I'd never met these people before. And dad, being the military guy, he had a bunch of friends. And he had bet his ex-wife that he would look better in her lingerie than she did. So he came down wearing a bunch of lingerie with like a wig. And everybody was just laughing and having a good time. He was not of this generation in the concept that he got to be exposed to his time in Europe in the army. He got to be exposed to the cultures of the countries in Europe before they became even remotely Americanized. So it was the ways that people had been living and the traditions that had still been very prevalent, and he learned to open his mind even more than he already had. He was so wise. And when he spent time with you, he was completely present and focused on you. All of his focus was on you. He was not just listening to the words that you spoke. He wasn't just paying attention to your body language. He was reading between the lines into what you didn't say. He was 100% there with you. He would have individuals that would kind of follow him. Mom would call him strays, them strays, because he was an alpha male, but he didn't want to lead. So he figured if they were going to be there, he was going to put him to work, and while he put him to work, he was going to teach him. And a lot of this happened through his job. So it was teaching them how to do whatever his specialty was, like right down to the nitty-gritty. So if you know someone in your life who plays devil's advocate for you, they are showing you love. They're showing you love. And if you get triggered, that's an opportunity. That's a blessing. Because when you're triggered, you can free yourself from being controlled by your thought or your emotion. Because when you're in an emotional state and you're triggered, you're not thinking rationally. You're not actually in control. To know that something has been said to you that's offensive, that is designed to harm you, that challenges your thoughts or your beliefs, to be able to have healed that initial triggering that brought to light the emotion and the thought that just was like, I'm seeing red right now. It allows you to be able to find the answers, the truth underneath it, to go into the emotion of it that robbed you of your ability to think clearly. So that when you're in that situation again and you encounter that very same trigger, you already know your truth and you're not emotionally engaged in it at all, which means you're not capable of being manipulated. To be triggered is not to be empowered, it's to be used by your own trauma. And I'm not going to say that I'm free of that. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm still working on this, and I will work on it for the rest of my life, because every time I'm in a new stage of life, I'm going to be re-looking at every one of those hurts from a whole new perspective. And I look forward to it, because I look forward to freeing my life from the influence of decisions that other people made about my life, about me, and claiming my freedom from it, and demonstrating what it is to do that, to walk that talk. And like I said, I'm not always going to be perfect with it, But that very fact that you're not perfect is what makes you relatable. It's what allows people to see themselves in you. Because no one is perfect and no one is without fault. But we all love something. We all love someone. And we all know what it is to be loved by someone. Whether it is someone who's no longer in your life and they're a fond memory that is the contradiction to every other experience you've had. They're a blessing because they have opened you to the concept that not everybody is going to be like that. Which means you're open to meeting someone who isn't like that, in spite of all the times that you were hurt by someone like that. In other words, it's a little ambiguous. My daddy, and I know that's kind of triggering, but for some people, because they have different connotations attached to that. To me, it was affection, because he earned that. He wasn't just dad, and he was not my father. He was more. It was like a nickname to it. It was like an extra affection. I would also call him Papi, because my sister was into speaking Spanish all the time. So I would call him Papi or Papito, and I didn't really know what it meant exactly other than like father. But I'm pretty sure Papito might have been something he maybe wouldn't have liked to have been called. But it kind of rhymed. So that's just the kind of person that I am. I'm a little silly like that in my affection. I'm a little playful. Little, like, I don't shy from my inner child when I love someone. I embrace that part of me. Oh my gosh, I kind of got sidetracked with that. Well, if it's meant to come through or be spoken, it'll come around. But oh yes, it's very important. That's why I came back so quickly. Thank you, Spirit Divine Source. Thank you. Men have been pretty not great to me in my life. Most of them have betrayed, most of them have used. And that's not saying that women aren't in that category as well, because they are. They just didn't do the same things that the men did when they betrayed, when they used, when they harmed. There's a toxic side to both genders. So I don't see difference. I see conscious beings that happen to be born in that body with that chemistry, that are taught what it is to be this and what it is to be that. And then they make up their own likes and dislikes and define who they are independently from it. But they always have to deal with those stereotypes. But he never betrayed me. He never hurt me. He never crossed that line, which has given me the gift of being open to the concept that maybe not all men are bad. That maybe I can trust men. Then maybe I can fall in love with a man and actually be emotionally, physically, and spiritually safe with that man. He gave me that gift. And he would play devil's advocate with me because he loved me. He didn't want me to be held back because I never questioned why. He wanted me to think for myself. So I'm incredibly grateful for having known him, because he was such an inspiration. And it's good to know that his life may touch others that maybe have never met him and never knew who he was. I hope that wherever he is, that he knows he's loved, and that his love is still affecting people long after he's gone. If you ever feel alone and insignificant, your love will always leave a lasting imprint. But you have to give to it. You have to give to that love in yourself and be willing to share it with people around you.